I understand that Ms. Bridges, the professor, calling Josh Hawley transphobic for saying that he believed men cannot get pregnant. That's great. Let's hear from Professor Bridges, shall we?
Professor Bridges, you said several times, you've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
Oh, so your view is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing that.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancies?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide. So I think it's important
because of my line of questioning? So we can't talk about it?
Because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist
I'm
is
denying that
dangerous.
trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies?
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can get
So
pregnant.
you are denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence? Is this how you run your classroom? Are students allowed to question you?
Absolutely.
Or are they also treated like this, where
No,
they're told that they're opening up people to violence?
We have a good time in my class. You should join.
Oh, I bet.
You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a lot. I've learned a lot just in this exchange.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary.
Yep.
Man, people just can say things, right? And then it becomes stupid. I'm just going to tell you, I don't think men can get pregnant. And if that makes me transphobic, if that makes me whatever, think about this argument. Go back 100 years, 50 years, and think about having this argument on the floor of the Senate, whether men can get pregnant. I believe there's transgender people, but I don't believe men can get pregnant. I've seen transgender people. Had one hit on my wife and I, walking down the street of Minnesota, Minneapolis. Well, no problem. I mean, you want to live your life however you want. But this is where we're at right now in our country. And people can say whatever. And then all of a sudden, what happens is people just talk. And then all of a sudden, you're talking really fast and your eyes are going crazy. And now, and then, of course, you get this. You get, where did the media go with this? The media went with, oh, my God, a Berkeley professor just trashed Senator Hawley. Great. All right. If that's what it is, then that's what it is. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but what I watched there was an unhinged woman speaking to a senator, and I don't think everybody's got to talk to senators with great reverence about stuff that just baffles me. It just simply baffles me. I believe there are transgender people. I think transgender people are probably very nice people. You got to do what you got to do, but I don't believe men can get pregnant. I don't believe if you are a male, you can get pregnant. Now, if that makes me a bad guy, sign me up.